welcome to another Universalis remastered video. Okay, today we're gonna do a tutorial because some people might not know how to play the game, and that's okay. It took me a little bit to learn the game too. So I'm gonna just play as, if you want to really learn the game, a good starting nation, be like Denmark, Muscovy, even Ottomans. Okay, I'm gonna play the Ottomans because they're really strong at the start. Okay. So you start with hella manpower, hella money, right? You can already turn that into mercenaries. Okay. So money. Okay, see. You get money from taxes, trade, political. So um, taxes come from the development in a province. Like this one has less, like only has 0.13 tax value. This one has 0.27 because it has more development. If you go into provinces, builder, you can see the improvement and cost. A basic residence at the start of the game will get you the most development. It'll give you 0.5 increase, or 0.3 or 0.3. So, political, if you have vassals, say Carmon was my vassal, I could, they'd give me money. Not a lot, but, um, trade, okay. Trade is a little difficult. I'm collecting out of Constantinople, making 1.24 gold from here, okay? Because the resources that I'm extracting from all my other land helps with my trade in Constantinople. But I can make more money by bringing more resources from Alexandria, from like the Mamluks or anybody else in this trade node, to Constantinople. That gives me a little bit of money. Or Crimea, and go to Constantinople, and that makes me more money. Trade's hard, but trade is very good for money making. That's money. Manpower. The more development in your provinces, the more max manpower you have. Decisions for like Russia can also give you those. Ships. So, you build a couple ships. You need money to maintain them. And it'll cost you money to maintain them. They cost more money when they're out in the sea. Alright? But they're very useful, especially for England. If you're to play an England run, and you just want to be on your island, having a good navy, like taking over the British Isles, having a good navy will stop your enemies from bringing their troops over. So now that my ships are built up, see, I can, when you're at war, you can blockade. This just hurts their trade. Or I can block. So like, troops that can normally walk over this, if this was like a Byzantine troop and they were trying to walk over this, but my ship's blocking them, they can't come this way. Or else they'll have to go in the water and then they'll get destroyed by my ships. Your own troops can go through blockaded areas, as long as it's your ships. Otherwise, again, they will get destroyed. So, now you basically know the basics of like navy. Military, it gives you standing on rest. Okay, so having a military held up costs money. Okay, it's 0.25 per 1,000 troops you have. Your combat width. My combat width exceeds the tile. I take attrition faster. But if your army exceeds a supply limit, they will lose troops. So what I like to do, I like to when I have a group of an army, I click merge all, okay, and then I split in half, so I have a bigger army. But they're not taking supply limit and taking attrition. Okay, you get the gist. Now, click on your flag. See your prestige. Prestige helps with army morale, trade power, but say you're if you're Catholic, so you're any purple, or if you're any nation, and you click on your flag, or you click on your land, click on diplomacy, and this has a cross or a weirder looking cross. Not weird looking cross, just a different looking cross. And Rome is in control by a Sunni country or an Islamic country. You will lose 5 prestige. But if you're a Sunni country and if you're a Sunni, Shia, or Maifasite, I definitely just screwed that. But however you say it, that and they control Baghdad, you will lose 5 prestige. And whatever religion owns Jerusalem will get 5 plus prestige. Okay. Alright. So wars just okay. Never mind. This shows you how much political power you get per month. If this I get less because my religious disunity, because not all my provinces are Sunni, which is my main religion of the country. So I'd have to click on my flag, go to the bottom, go to religion, start converting them. Just be careful because it makes their unrest go up. That's not really a problem as long as you have a big military that can handle it. Development, that's just how much development you have. Revanchism. Have this part. This is the cut part. So going on Wallachia, in my decisions, I can form Romania. Provinces show you the provinces that you need to bring your progress percentage up. And then details is where you can form. All of these have to be met. You can't be at war, can't have rebels. Romania cannot have already been formed. You need to own not all the provinces. You just have to have enough provinces. Like for Romania, you only need 80%. So for Romania, you really only need these. But obviously, if you just annex Moldova, which you have a claim group on, you'll be fine. And then in details, if you want to bring these up, like if you want to get these as your national policies, you have to already have done these, and you can put these on. You can also convert your country like a different religion or adopt a different culture group as your primary culture. Okay, I think that, oh, Fabric Elite claims. If you don't have a claim group on someone and you really want to claim their land, you have to do it to fabricate. Just know the farther away from you they are, or like the better the province is, it'll be more expensive. But if you're bordering a province, it's cheaper than if I'm not bordering it. You can also change this in your ideas, or you can have your claim cost go down. But I like to do, for the Ottomans, you'd probably want to do like conversion speed and corn cost. But most of the time I like to just max out my corn cost, so it's really small. And I'm taking up less political power. Okay, that's tech. As long as you have this amount of political power, you can finish your research. Then that will give you more ideas. And this tech gives you tier 2 buildings, which you couldn't build before. These ones just help your military. This financial, this gives you more merchants, more produced goods, more taxation, more trade power. That's that. Political power can change your property tax. This gives you more money. Change your wealth tax, but it gives you less political power. And this one raises or lowers your unrest. Loan repayment, if you really want to repay your loans, or if you want to lower how much you pay. Cultural assimilation. If you go to your culture tab, this is all Turkish, but this is Greek. Them having a different culture group, culture, it will raise the unrest, and it will raise the amount of time that it takes you to core the land. Religious tolerance will just, like if you really want them to convert to your religion, you would do that. I like to leave my religious tolerance like this, so I don't get lots of unrest. Instability is if you decline a very fair, a fair war peace deal. Say I'm losing 15% in a war. They ask for like something that's like 15%, and I decline that. It'll give you a warning. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up there. And that will give you instability, which gives you unrest. Overextension. If my land isn't cored, that'll give me overextension, which gives me more unrest. War exhaustion means my army recovery time, which is like when they get more morale, goes down, unrest goes up, goods produced go down. This is where you can see if you have active rebellions or rebellions are about to come up because your unrest exceeds 50%. I already went over these. Wars. So if I have claim groups, not every single country has them. This would be a good one. And then I typically go to fight the Byzantines first. This is a light war, of course, unless they go to fight, or if they ally like the Hungarians or the Mamluks, any big buddy, like, of course, like, it's not that bad. Okay. That's basically a tutorial for wars. If you have more troops than them, and you're fighting them on, like, if they have 12k, you have 15k, do not fight them on a fort. Okay, you're gonna lose. And if you're defending, try to get to, like, woods or a highlands, because that'll help you defend it better. Okay. Alliances. So since Wallachia is a Orthodox country, it'll give me minus 2.5% prestige compared to the Mamluks, or not the Mamluks, compared to compared to AQ, where if I want to ally them, it won't lower my prestige except for 3. Minus 3 prestige you'll always get for any amount of alliances you have. So 3 per alliance. But with the new update, you have diplomacies. You can only have a max of 4 allies, 4 vassals if you have vassals. Okay, having a vassal will count as one of your diplomacy. An ally will count as one. Okay. Protecting a country will be 1. Okay. So the new menu, not really new. Here's your war. Here's your justify war goal. Here's your insult. Embargoes. Embargoes hurt their trade. Improve relations. That also counts as one of your diplomacy guide, as you can tell. Okay. Grant vassal, offer protection, ask for military access. Send money, sell claims or cores. They have cores on this. So they're not gonna take that problem. They definitely do not have the money. So yeah, okay. That's just a basic little tutorial in my opinion. I get you through the basics. So have fun, play the game, and just have a good time on Universalis Remastered. Goodbye, cooties.